Hello everyone, 76 Patriot here, and guys, the RNC is upon us. And as of the time of recording this video, it'll be taking place in 2 days on July 15th. And this is a big one. This is kind of the next big step, and one of the most important, arguably, in the race to the White House. And so there should be hopefully a lot of interesting speeches. Of course, Trump will officially accept the nomination of the Republican Party, and also he will announce formally his running mate. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going to go down. It's also happening in Milwaukee, and I'm going to be honest, I was a bit kind of skeptical when I first heard this location, but it kind of dawned on me, Wisconsin's a swing state, so that's a good strategic idea. It's also just kind of a good showing, I think, to show that we're not afraid to go on offense in a less conservative state or area. And then lastly, even though I've been a long-time history and politics buff basically my whole life, I'm going to admit, call me dumb or whatever, but I had no idea that the birthplace of the Republican Party was about an hour and a half away from Milwaukee, actually, in a small town. So that's pretty cool, I think, even a bit symbolic, you could say. And regardless, with all that aside, this is just basically kind of one of these milestone moments for the 2024 presidential campaign. And there's going to be a lot of interesting speakers. At least, hopefully, it sounds like. There's a number of surprise celebrity guest speakers this time around, this article states. And the first person it says, Amber Rose. I honestly have no idea who she is. Maybe she's a rapper. She's somehow tied to Kanye West. I guess she's his girlfriend. Whatever, who cares? I don't pay attention to rap culture. Whatever, we'll just skip past that. I mean, hopefully she does a good job. That's all I'll say. But Donald Trump Jr. will address the crowd. That's always cool. Just before Vance is going to speak. Now that's interesting because I believe it's Donald Trump Jr. that is a big fan of J.D. Vance. And, it even says, regarded as good news for his Veep prospects. Now, regardless, I would love Vance to be Trump's Veep. I would absolutely love that. I think he'd be fantastic. However, even if he's not, I think he's still a pretty good speaker, and he would be able to articulate kind of some of the Republican talking points as a senator. And Ron DeSantis, interestingly enough, DeSantis, honestly, I did not see that coming. I mean, it kind of makes sense now that he's kind of patched things up somewhat with Trump. But regardless, it's just kind of funny considering there was kind of bad blood between the two for a while there, it seemed like. But again, hopefully he does a good job. And then Sean O'Brien, this is interesting because I believe, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was officially invited to speak. And they actually were asking him to. Again, I could be wrong on that. But I think that's what happened. And so we'll see. That's going to be interesting because he is not, any kind of Republican-leaning individual. On the contrary. So that's going to be interesting to hear what he has to say. And then, make beer a key theme of its convention. That's kind of funny, maybe a little cringe, but still, that's cool. Whatever. I definitely don't drink, but regardless. And then this is kind of cool. I think this is really smart. Monday. So each day is basically kind of correlates with a certain theme or a certain part of Trump's campaign platform. So Monday's Make America Wealthy Again. Tuesday's theme, Make America Safe Again. Wednesday, Make America Strong Again. And Thursday's Make America Great Once Again. And that's really cool. I think that's really smart and just kind of covering a bunch of different bases that are needed. So who knows, maybe that means, each day we'll have a bunch of speeches related to that particular theme. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, I think it's going to be a pretty solid convention. And regardless, we can just, Trump will formally accept this kind of one of the high points, of course, beside the Veep official announcement. He'll formally accept the nomination. That'll be happening the last day. And so I'm really excited for that, honestly. And then they state, it is not clear when Trump will announce his running mate. They expect him to announce it on July 15th. I've heard rumors. I read something where Trump commented on something. I don't know if it's an interview or what. And he had said he'd like to kind of put the person out there and tease who it is right before the convention. But then I'm kind of hearing mixed messages because Trump had also said he would like to announce him at the convention. So I'm not entirely sure on that. But regardless, there's one more article I just wanted to quick go through. And I just think it's going to be a genuinely interesting and fun event for, if you're conservative, or really if you're anyone, honestly. It should be pretty well kind of choreographed, if you will, and just something that's genuinely interesting to watch as part of American politics. And so again, here we can see, so Trump's Veep, and this is a big one actually that the last article didn't say. So his speech is supposed to be, or his or her, I guess, but their speech is supposed to be scheduled for July 17th, so the second to last day of the convention. Though who will take on the role remains up in the air. And, here's a bunch of names, of course. I think we can probably eliminate a bunch of those. But I may do a separate video on that topic tomorrow or the next day. But that aside, we can see DeSantis. And this has some more people. Dana White, he will be taking, interesting, immediately before Trump's acceptance speech. And he's an interesting guy that has kind of, from the boxing world, that has kind of really taken a liking to Trump and his politics for years now, actually, I believe. And that's cool. Get some people from kind of the ordinary sector and other, you got sports, you got celebrities, you got people from all walks of life. Definitely a great thing to see rather than just people from the political realm. Again, Amber Rose, I'm not sure exactly who she is, but whatever. Don't know who this lady is either, but whatever. And then Michael Moore, and I'm not sure who he. Okay, looks like he was killed. I'm kind of reading some of this for the first time, guys. I'm gonna be real. So it looks like he was, or one of his mom was killed. No, his sister was killed by an illegal. Okay, so that's smart. You get people that to show how they've been affected by the Biden administration. Real people, not jokes, not made up stories, real testimonies. Oh, this is great, actually, and I did hear this before. UNC frat members. That was a really cool kind of patriotic moment in a time in our country when all those protests were happening. This is a really dark time around a lot of colleges, and I'm a college student. I don't go to Chapel Hill. I actually go to another college right down the road from there. But personally, as a North Carolinian, I'm excited to see them speak. I know a lot of people that go to Chapel Hill, so that's really cool. Donald Trump Jr., of course, and yeah, I was right. He's a vocal supporter of J.D. Vance, and that's interesting. But that's basically all that there is, at least for a lot of the keynote speakers. And I have heard some rumors. I'm not sure if they're credible, but I have read on social media that Mike Pompeo is reportedly expected to speak. Also, Mark Robinson, that was floated as well. I'm not sure if those are accurate. So let me know in the comments section if that's a bunch of bunk. But I did read that on social media in several different places, and I think that'd be great. Robinson is a fantastic orator. But regardless, I think it's basically set up to be a great night. Great series of nights. And it's just going to be a great thing for us to watch as conservatives and come basically together around, President Trump and his Veep and all the other speakers and around this conservative platform the country so desperately needs to hear. So I think it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to that just a couple days from now. That's basically it for this one. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great day.